Welcome to Blast Zone Briefs, your weekly view into a new blast zone in the Fallout 76 Wasteland. This week we'll be nuking both the crater and foundation, so suit up, get your nuclear keycards ready, and join us as we head into a new blast zone. While a ton of videos already exist that show how NPCs in both the crater and foundation react when getting nuked, none of them really go into the actual viability of nuking either location in terms of resource collection. Today, we'll explore just that, providing guidance on how to position the blast zones and what you'll find inside. When choosing where to position blast zones for both the crater and foundation, we opted to go as far south as possible of both bases to ensure the availability of both flux and enemies. In particular, enemies were the primary concern as, unlike most blast zones, the primary population centers in both now exclusively host NPCs, who cannot be killed. In terms of what you'll find inside these zones, Crater contains an ample amount of both yellowcake and violet flux, as well as some cobalt. While you can find small amounts of both crimson and fluorescent, you most likely won't be able to get enough to stabilize, so I'd focus on other types. Your best bet for enemy spawns will be directly below Crater's entrance, in and around the Black Bear Lodge, and around the Graniger Farm. In the Foundation Blast Zone, you'll find significant amounts of both yellowcake and cobalt flux, as well as decent amounts of crimson. You won't find enough fluorescent to stabilize, and you won't find any violet at all. For enemies, your best bets are at and around the Spruce Knob Campground, Spruce Knob Lake, and the South Mountain Lookout. In regards to what kind of enemies you'll come across when nuking Crater, I primarily encountered super mutants in Scorched, as well as some glowing ones above the Black Bear Lodge and insects just outside Crater's entrance. In the Foundation Zone, I encountered floaters, but not a lot else. In past run-throughs of the Spruce Knob area, I ran across both wolves and bears, but didn't encounter them in the post-Wastelanders zone created for this video. In case you were still wondering what effect the nukes had on the bases themselves, the answer is, well, pretty much nothing. While you will get to see all the outside NPCs switch to their adorable little hazmat suits, no harm will come to them, their base, or your reputation, and quests will continue to function as if some jerk hadn't just dropped a bomb on them. It's a fun thing to do once, but in terms of resource viability, neither of these locations are great choices. For Crater, you'd be much better off nuking the town of Grafton, and for Foundation, you'd have much better luck nuking the White Spring Resort. Ultimately, there's much better options to spend your keycards on. That's it for this week's brief. Join us every Saturday as we explore new blast zones, and check in on Wednesdays for tips and tutorials about other Fallout 76 topics. Also, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so that you're notified every time we post a new video. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, for the Enclave.